I often talk to my clients about forming those new neural pathways, to bring about that happy feeling, more cortisol, less cortisol running, and more, endorphins in the brain, and forming those
Yeah.
neural pathways. Because, neuroplasticity is it's new to some people, but it's so important. The more you can build those, the more that gray matter gets stronger. It's so much better for us. And if we could just have less cortisol running in our bodies, we'll be such happier human beings.
And
So,
healthier. And healthier. Because all of that cortisol makes us sick and tired, right? This is language that we also use, right? Oh, I'm sick and tired of that. No, literally, that cortisol makes people sick and tired. So, if you were sick, you would take medicine or a supplement to make that better. Focusing on these positive elements in a day, having a gratitude practice, all of that is sort of like an inoculation against that cortisol and that sickness and that tiredness. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to jump in there, but this is so profound. It all connects together.
it's absolutely, you on point, on point. And I know, oh my goodness, this has been so wonderful. And Debbie, me being, I'm proud wearing that certified Genos practitioner. I love their products. I love their assessment. So Debbie, could you just share with the leaders out there who are going to be listening to this, this podcast later on, how important it is to work with a coach, and have them take them through these assessments, whether it's a 360 yourself or 180, whether it's one of the training programs, leader as coach, lead, connect, and thrive? Did I say it correctly?
Yeah, lead, empower, and thrive with the I, leader as coach. Yeah.
As coach, the science of well-being, becoming a more psychologically safe leader, or leading with psychological safety. I mean, there's such a suite of products that we have to offer. So after this rich interview, and you feel like I really need to tap into emotional intelligence, because now you have a greater understanding of what it is, and knowing the things that it can do to enhance your leadership and even enhance you as a person from a holistic space, so that you can start tapping in to wanting more of that, or bringing it to your team, or bringing it to, the organization, depending on where you stand in the organizational ladder. So Debbie, could you share to someone out there who may be listening, and tell them the importance of what it is, what the benefits of working with a coach to, to bring about some of those things to become more emotionally intelligent?
Yeah, my pleasure. And thank you very much for the question, Dr. K. I think I would start with a little bit of an anecdote. If you had a tooth that was ailing you, the odds are you're not going to call in a plumber to take care of that for you, right? It's really important that people have training and have skill and use the tools that are included within that industry in a way that's proper, professional, ethical, accurate, and that they've trained to do that and demonstrated proficiency in doing that. This is why licensures and degrees and proof of certifications are so critically important. Now, when we apply that to emotional intelligence, and we're talking about neuroplasticity and negative neural pathways and positive neural pathways, and we've talked a bit about empathy, so this is a good place to kind of share this interesting thing that happens. When we begin focusing on trying to demonstrate more empathy, being more empathetic, behaving in a way that's taking the perspective of others, it's understanding that and altering the way in which we communicate and connect and collaborate because of that, the empathy centers in our brains actually get bigger. This is a huge responsibility. If the work that we're doing not only can change the way that people lead and the way they interact with their teams and the way they interact at home, but literally physically change the way that people's brains exist. We as a company, we at Genos do not take that lightly. And so having someone who, such as yourself, who is certified, who is an expert at applying these competencies and these behaviors that make up emotional intelligence and emotionally intelligent leadership, to be able to work with someone who, like you, properly, professionally, and ethically can do that and has demonstrated that you can do that is so incredibly powerful. This is not something that you just want to download off the internet and play around with, right? You referenced our materials, which I too am so incredibly proud of, that they are underpinned by 20 plus years of academic and scientific and ongoing rigor. We're a global organization. We analyze hundreds of thousands of assessments throughout the course of a year to make sure that these instruments are reliable, valid instruments in the first place, the instrumentation, and then secondly, that we've cultivated a team of experts like yourself who has demonstrated proficiency in utilizing those scientific instruments properly to bring about behavior change in a way that is ethical and professional, and all thoughts and emotions and feelings are considered in that process. And so it is crucial. I mean, you can, their books abound. I'll encourage you to go out and read all of them. It is a topic I will never tire of, and one topic leads to another topic. But if you really want to have a sense of, hey, where am I as a leader and what can I do to get better? Having an assessment through someone, through you, Dr. K, and then going through a development program and having your coaching and having that guidance along the way, it's your expertness and your attention to them, because every person is different. And this is the reason that, by the way, when we all go to our annual physical, we have blood work, right? From a physician who's board certified, because we want to make sure that we're getting the scientific blood work that is being interpreted correctly. And everybody's blood work is different. And so what I might need to do to be at my optimum could be different this year than last year. As I'm aging, I'm certainly seeing that. The things that I need to do to be in those healthy ranges are different in almost 60 than they were when I was almost 30, half of my life ago. So working with you who are skilled and technical and has the instrumentation and hence the prescription for healthiness, for leadership effectiveness, is just incredibly crucial. So much so, Dr. Kane, I'll stop here, that no one is allowed to utilize our instruments unless they've proved the proficiency that you have, unless they've successfully completed that certification course and that proficiency. You cannot buy our assessments or any of our programs sort of off of the internet. They must be connected to someone like you who's a professional.
Awesome. And that's why I love it, because I'm big on that empirical data and the scientifically soundness of the instrument. So I am very proud to offer the products of Genos. So Debbie, if someone, after this beautiful interview, someone want to know, well, how can I contact her? Where do, how do I reach you? Could you share with the audience, if someone wants to reach out to you, how they can contact you?
Sure, absolutely. So if you are a leader and you are thinking about, hey, I might like to see how I show up, how does my team think I'm doing? Maybe there are some places that I could pick out where I could take myself from demonstrating emotional intelligence and being effective to demonstrating it more and being even more effective and enhancing my well-being. So if you're a leader who's thinking about that, you call Dr. K. You reach out to her and you ask her what is the best thing for you, because what you are needing could be something different than another person who's listening to this call. If you want to just poke around and check out a little bit more about Genos and the way that we approach emotional intelligence, I'll invite you to go to our website, which is Genos North America, GENOS, genosnorthamerica.com. That will take you to our site. You can have a look at all of the assessments that Dr. K and I have been talking about and the development programs that we've been talking about. And you might find something on there that sounds like, boy, this is something that I really need to undertake for myself or for my team. And again, reach out to Dr. K to be able to make that happen. You'll want a good guide on that journey.
Thank you so much, Debbie. Debbie, thank you so much. I so appreciate you. Thank you so much for coming on today and sharing this wealth of information that I know it's going to be out there, and it's going to be far and wide, and it's going to really educate a lot more people on what emotional intelligence really is and how impactful it is, not just as a leader, but as a person, a human being. So thank you all for watching or listening. Please share, like, and comment, and follow us. And remember to be stronger than your excuses and never, never give up. But always remember to empower you. This is your girl, Dr. K, tuning out until next week. Bye for now.